Good morning to all of you. Welcome to Legal Matters by Sai Babu Sunkara. This video relates to the law of torts, more particularly professional negligence, we can say medical negligence. Of course, it is negated. Honorable Justices, two judges bench, Justice Hrishikesh Roy and Manoj Mishra. In the case of Dr. A, BVG and others versus Sunita. Dr. A, BVG and others versus Sunita. Yes. This is a case related in Suretech Hospital, Nagpur. Held that to hold a medical practitioner negligent medically, please remember, a higher threshold limit must be set. A higher threat. You can't say that the doctor is negligent. Our patient died because of the medical negligence. There may be so many other reasons. If the doctor is able to prove that he has followed the procedure perfectly, yes, it cannot be a case of medical negligence. So therefore, reliance is placed on Jacob Matthew 2005 case. So that case, very recently I have made another video in which also the reliance was placed on Jacob Matthew. To know the background, let us understand the incident. An accident took place on 5/5/2014. If I am correct, let me... one minute. Court observation. Yeah. 5/5/2004, an accident took place wherein Sunita, who is actually I can't say injured person, she was very badly injured. Her lower jaw was fractured. There is a fracture to the mandible or collarbone. She was admitted in Godia Hospital. This is in Maharashtra state. Immediately, the doctors there, they have observed her condition, then they have applied the TT, tracheotomy procedure, tracheotomy, whether the track is correct or not. They found it correct. Ultimately, they have done TT first, right? That is keeping the so-called tube, tracheotomy tube. Normally they do it, right? The doctor conducted this operation for the mandible, and ultimately after 6 days, on I think 11/5/2014, she was referred to a better hospital, that is Suretech Hospital. There the problem has arisen. Now, the TT are already given off, it's taken. Now they have conducted a NI test, this nasotracheotomy incubation test, NI test. Before that, even her relative who was a doctor, he was also present, right? So, when they tried to, this radiologist, Dr. BVG, they tried to insert the so-called NI nasotracheotomy. Okay, so some extent it's okay. She is able to breathe properly, and actually due to the inserting of the so-called tube, she got pain and she lost her voice. This is the allegation. She lost her voice due to the NI test. And secondly, on 13th of May 2004 I believe, 2004, yeah, she was asked to undergo the barium swallow test, which is very, very difficult for ordinary patients. Of course, it's a medical procedure. And she was given 2 bottles or 2 glasses of the barium salt, but after swallowing the same, she was breathless. Almost she suspected that she would die of asphyxia. Incidentally, the doctor, who was her relative doctor, he has taken her to the suction room, removed the thing, and ultimately she was saved. Then she was, she sought a discharge against medical advice on 20th or so, and she filed a case of negligence. So what is this case? The case is that because of the NI test, because of where they did not take proper precautions, she lost her voice. Even though TT was sufficient, they have unnecessarily followed this procedure, as a result of which she lost her voice. That is the case she filed against the hospital, Suretech hospital, particularly making Dr. BVG as the main culprit. So this case was filed under the so-called Consumer Protection Act 1986. But whatever it is, the result is the same. So the NCDRC directed the Suretech hospital and Dr. A. BVG and others to pay compensation of 6,11,000 or so, whereas she applied for 3 crores of them. Aggrieved by this, Dr. BVG approached the Honorable Supreme Court of India. Here, the important point is, please remember, whether there is medical negligence on the part of the doctor. So in Jacob Matthew case also, I told you, to prove the medical negligence, the essential elements are important. Number 1, duty of care. Number 1 is duty of care extended to the patient. Number 2, breach of duty of care, whether there is a breach of the so-called careful duty by the medical officer. Third, whether it resulted in any damage, whether it resulted in any injury, whether it resulted in any harm to the patient. Then it is called breach of duty, medical negligence or professional negligence. And the Dr. BVG and others, they were successfully able to prove that the medical procedure requires NI. NI is a temporary procedure to tracheotomy operation. It is a temporary measure, safe measure. Normally it is followed. So when they say that it is followed, of course, individual difficulties will be there. Suppose I am suffering from this so-called injury, fracture is there. Dr. Prakash of Upas Hospital, he has prescribed some Carcel or something, they are calcium tablets. So if I am taking the calcium tablets, I am suffering from constipation, indigestion. Can I say that he has unnecessarily prescribed these medicines? You have to suffer. Otherwise, you have to request him and go for some other medicine. What is his intention? His intention is that some calcium supplement should be there because the fracture can be easily recovered. I can recover from this. For that purpose only is given the calcium. Is it not? So the procedure is there. You have to accept the procedure. Sometimes it may rebuff. That's why the general exceptions are there. Section 87 and 88 of the Indian Penal Code to the doctors. Ultimately, Honorable Supreme Court said that there was no attributable negligence. Please remember these words. No attributable negligence on the part of the medical officers. No doubt the NI, so-called that intubation was done in a negligent way. But still, the procedure is there. That small negligent points, they can be waived off. So ultimately, the Honorable Supreme Court of India held that the doctor is not negligent. He has done his duty. That is the procedure. See, when the accident took place, when she was admitted in the Gondia hospital, when she was not able to swallow the material, a rice tube was attached near the neck and the feeding was sent, liquid feeding was sent through this. So that's the procedure. No doubt, we have to feel sorry for the loss of voice of particular Sunita, but we can't fix up the negligence on the part of the doctors. So please read the judgment and enrich your legal knowledge. With this, I am concluding. Thank you very much.